Mark. New developments now after months of looking into a taxidermist from Sheffield. Finally, some of his customers getting their animals back.
News Channel 5 broke the story about Miller's Taxidermy closing suddenly, leaving many without their deposits or animals. Investigator Jonathan Walsh worked with a wildlife officer to help get some progress in the case.
It's not a good feeling.
Tim Klosterman is a well-established big game hunter. These are just some of his past kills. He gave Miller's Taxidermy in Sheffield a huge elk head and a deposit, but then heard nothing back about the mount.
It was probably a good, say, 6 months of heavy phone calls and such like that, and hounding him down.
Numerous customers were running around trying to find the owner of Miller's Taxidermy. They wanted their money back. They wanted their animals back. Then, out of nowhere, a wildlife officer steps into the picture. He contacted me about the victims I had spoken to. I gave him the information, and then he was the one running around.
I don't know. I couldn't thank him enough to get this back.
Robert Dull from Lorraine dropped off this rack back in November of 2014, then couldn't get a hold of Miller's Taxidermy.
I called him in February, no answer. Contacted him on Facebook, all this, no answer.
Robert went off to serve our country and just got back Thursday.
Just sitting at home, and I got a notification from you, and I was surprised.
Surprised after wildlife officer Randy White got a couple dozen of Miller's customers together at the Avon Police Department and got the process going of getting animals back to their rightful owners. Tim told me he understands bad things can happen and that the owner of Miller's unfortunately ran into some tough situations, but
At least I got my elk horns back, and so at another time, I can try to fulfill this dream of having this elk head mounted.
I'm investigator Jonathan Walsh, News Channel 5.